Hello, I am Michael Puzo. It's my privilege to serve as town moderator in the town of Hingham. We're looking forward to town meeting taking place on Saturday, May the 8th, starting at 2 p.m. at the Hingham High School multi-purpose athletic field. The doors will open at 12:30, and I encourage you to be prompt so that we can start the meeting at 2 o'clock. We have quite a full agenda, as we do always. This year, we are not only going to be looking at our budget, which is approximately $134 million. We will also be looking at issues involving the public safety facility, community preservation matters, the prospect of a climate change program, as well as modifying terms that we use in town to be gender neutral, along with zoning, roadway, a host of important issues that you will be called upon to decide as Hingham Town Meeting. I say as Hingham Town Meeting because we should all recall that self-governance in the town of Hingham is an essential characteristic of the town. It's a profound privilege and should never be taken for granted. Now, again, we will be on the multi-purpose field, which will allow us to have a safe and expeditious meeting outdoors. Allow me now, please, to review with you some of the public safety and health protocols that will be in place and will be scrupulously observed. I remind you to bring your own face covering to the meeting. All town meeting participants and staff will be required to wear a face covering throughout the meeting. That includes while you are in line to register, unless you are exempt from some kind of medical condition. Your face covering, of course, should cover your nose and mouth and fit securely alongside the sides of your face. We encourage you to dress appropriately for the weather. Hopefully it will not be as hot as it was last year at the town meeting in June, but also to bring your hat, sunscreen, personal umbrella for shades, or blanket if it turns cold. And I do note that for those of you who might be inclined to wear heels, they're not allowed on the turf field because it can damage the playing surface. Chairs will be set up on the field. They'll be 6 feet apart. People who are from the same household will be allowed to sit together. There will be hand sanitizing stations throughout the venue, as was the case last year and in the fall at the special meeting. Microphones will be sanitized after each use. There will be restrooms that will be cleaned and sanitized as well. There will be water available at 2 stations on the field. And of course, as much as we want voters to attend the meeting, please do not attend the meeting if you're feeling ill, you are experiencing COVID symptoms, you have a fever of 100.4 degrees or more, cough, shortness of breath and the like, or a sore throat. And of course, if you have been advised to self-quarantine due to COVID exposure, you should not attend the meeting. There will be parking available in the usual configuration, the 3 lots at the high school, the front parking lot, the rear lot behind the high school, and then the far parking lot that's further down Union Street on the same side as the fields. There will be accessible parking for people who need assistance, handicap parking, senior parking, or those with disabilities. You'll be directed by staff at those sites as to where to park, and we will not be providing shuttle transportation from South Shore Baptist Church this year. We intend to resume that in the future when we can again meet indoors, but there will be no shuttle transportation this year to avoid any kind of close contact within a vehicle. Again, I invite you to come to the meeting and to register as soon in the day as you can. The doors will open at 12:30. Staff members, town meeting staff members can be readily identified by their lanyards. They'll be wearing lanyards with ID. Attendees can enter the football field from each of 3 different clearly marked locations, be easy to see and well marked and staffed. The registration will be affected as it was both last year and in the fall at the special meeting. It will be computerized and it will be free of any touching. It will be contactless. As I said, there will be hand sanitizing stations throughout the area. And while you are waiting to register, it will be clearly marked so that you will stay, please, 6 feet apart from other voters. There'll be lines painted on the ground, as we've all gotten used to, showing the queuing area so that we maintain social distancing between other voters who are waiting in line. As I close, I remind you again that self-governance in the town of Hingham, which we implement through open town meeting, is an essential element of what makes our town the community that it is, where we can gather without partisanship to discuss as fellow citizens matters of critical concern to the town, to our future together, and to ensuring that the continued quality of life that we have come to enjoy in Hingham is maintained and shared for generations to come. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you on the 8th. We'll start at 2 o'clock promptly, and I do believe that we will be able to conclude the full measure of the matters that are set forth in the warrant by a reasonable hour on the 8th. Thanks again.